What is the scariest thing that has ever happened to you? December 19, 2003. The SWAT team and sheriffs broke my front door in and raided my beautiful home. It was a little after midnight and I was standing in my hallway contemplating getting myself a bowl of ice cream. I had on a short nightshirt and panties. Everything happened so rapidly, but I remember screaming that my children were there and that my dogs were friendly. They slammed me down on my floor and immediately handcuffed me. My mind was racing in a million directions. My confusion was forceful. They wake my kids up and take all four of us to the backyard. I kept asking what the fuck was going on and why they were at my home. It was storming that night and I sat there huddled with my frightened kids trying to come to grip with what was happening. 2 hours later the sheriffs load myself and my kids into a sheriff's van and drive us to the sheriff's station. They pile all of us into a small room and soon after enters a female detective telling me that she's going to sit with my kids while I go to another room for questioning. I was still in my soaking wet t-shirt but one of the SWAT members allowed me to put some pants on. I sit in this cold room shivering as 3 detectives come into the room. They start by saying that they need to know exactly where my husband was at. I told them that he was in Chicago on a business trip. I explained that he traveled a lot with his job and worked for a high-tech company. I continued to ask why I was there and why the hell they busted my door in, scaring myself and my kids half to death. They ignore my questions and continue to question me about my husband's career. Again, confusion plagued my mind. Then they took all of my kids one by one, all minors, into another room where they questioned them about their daddy. My refusal to allow such actions to take place fell on deaf ears, as well as my insistence to phone my attorney. They kept us there until 5 p.m. the next day. I wasn't allowed any calls nor were we given any food. As we were leaving I see 2 sheriffs escorting my husband into the station. He wasn't due back until the day before Christmas. I try to run up to him but I'm told to keep my distance. I yelled to him that they broke our door down and what the fuck is happening. As the days unfolded so many shocking details came to light. The husband that I had once admired and loved wasn't the man I thought he was. He was now a stranger to me. He had quit his job months prior and had gotten himself into a world of trouble laundering money. I filed for divorce after the holiday season passed. He wasn't the man I thought I knew. He was sentenced to 12 years in a federal prison. I have zero contact with him. I sold that house and moved in with family members until I got myself and my kids' life together. I'm okay now but trusting others doesn't come easy.